Hey everyone, I'm back today with a video of one of my very favorite projects of the year, which is October Daily. And this will be my third year working on the project, and I do have some videos of my completed October Daily albums, which I'll link down below. But today we're going to walk through my foundation pages for 2021, and these are the pages that I do ahead of time to make it easier for me when October rolls around so that I can just focus on putting the stories into the album instead of doing the crafty bits. I try to get those done ahead of time. Of course, I'm always running behind, so I usually end up creating this or finishing this project well after October. But this really helps to get started and get me all excited about the project. So let's just go ahead and get started. I am using the Echo Park Halloween Party collection in here. I also have some Tim Holtz, and I have the new Heidi Swapp Halloween kit that she released this year, which is so cute. I just love it. So this is my cover page. This is the Halloween Party collection paper. This is also a die cut from them, some Tim Holtz hardware heads, and I have a Tim Holtz baseboard and a little charm here and just some trims because I love to have lots of texture and different materials. And I do laminate a cover, like a front and a back cover, in case I want to take it out of this album. I can just put rings on it and use it as its own album, which is what I did in 2019. I am using an Allie Edwards 4x6 album, and this is from her Day in the Life collection, which I think she may have some of these albums left in her shop if you want to take a look, if you're interested. I picked this mostly because the ring size on this is so much bigger than the little 4x4 Project Life albums that I usually use. So I'm hoping I can stay in one album this year and not have to go to two albums. But as you can see, I'm already pretty full in this album, and I do have another one handy in case I need to move into two. So on the back of the cover page, I do have a charm by Tim Holtz that just says evidence, because I like to think of this album as evidence of my October. And just 31, this is from Tim Holtz as well. This page I'm super excited about. It's a full outside the page protector size, which is 7 by 4, 4.25, but I have left it so that I can open it and it will be a full 7 by 8.5 piece of paper. So here I can actually put in a full-size photo and just fold that and have a little hidden photo in there. And I'm going to slit these holes so that I can just pop it open with the ring still closed. So you can just pop it open and see the picture. If for some reason I don't feel like doing that, then I'll just close up the sides and make this into a bigger pocket, or just close the whole thing up. So just depends on what I want to do when I get to this page. And this has a frame for a 4x4 photo or calendar that I can put there, and then I just use this Heidi Swapp tag from her kit this year. On the back, I don't have anything right now, but I will be using this for my Reason Why page, so I better hurry up and get that started, right? I do have these pages in here in no particular order, so I just put them in here as I worked on them. So things will get shuffled around as I start working on my album, or I may end up taking pages out, and of course I'll be adding pages in. So this is a pocket page, which if you have seen my last few albums, you know that I love my pocket pages. And by pocket pages, I mean adding pockets into my album. So I created these pockets, and I actually sewed them into a page protector so that when you lift out the tag, it doesn't lift out the entire pocket. So I'm going to use this for tags for Kevin and myself. So I like to do that in all of our albums, which just gives like a picture and our names and ages and things like that. So as we're looking back through, we can see what ages we were during this year when this album was made and what we looked like at the time. And of course, I will be charming it up, adding charms and ribbons and all that fun stuff as well. On the back, you can see the stitching from where I sewed in the pockets. So I'm not able to add a full-size photo in here. It has to be smaller than the stitching. So I'm thinking of just adding something to the back of this, just red line taping it on to the back. But I do love the butterflies, and I think it looks really pretty with this color right here, so we'll see. This pocket is actually something that came with the album, and I thought it was the perfect place to store a little 3x5 field notes. And I'm going to be traveling in October, so for the days that I'm traveling, I decided I wanted to document the trip as we are there on a traveler's notebook. So I'm using a small field notes, which is about 3.5 by 5.5, and it's just plain lined paper. I did remove some of the pages so it's not quite as thick, and then I just put in a couple things that I think I might want to use while we're there. And I created this pocket. This is a 5-pocket little folder, so there's a pocket there, there, and then there's a pocket in the back as well. So I just thought that was something fun, and I can add that into my traveler's notebook. Or if I don't want to use all of the pockets, I can stick it here, or just add it into, back into this folder here. So stick that in. And that'll be a fun way to document my travels. The next thing I made, this is another full-size 7 by 4.25, and doubled would be 8.5. Anyway, so I did end up sewing this one in half and making it a large pocket. So I can put photos in there, I can put tags in there, I can put photos on the outside or die cuts, or I'm thinking of some color cast designs, acrylics maybe on here. And then I just have a cute little pom-pom paperclip because I liked it and wanted to make sure I included it in my album. Oh, and you will notice that I left, hopefully I'm in frame, sorry about that. I left the strings on because I like the album to have that textured, messy feel. These are kind of long, so I may end up cutting them a little bit shorter. I got this idea for this next page from Crystal Indunante, I think is how you say her name. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Crystal, if you're watching. But this was such a cute idea. So she used the frames that came in the frames and tags set, ephemera set, die cuts pack, and just added them onto some acetate and then created a little window with some vellum. So I thought that was cute. Added that on and added some more hardware heads from Tim Holtz. I did end up stitching it on just so that because this was thick, it was kind of popping up, and I wanted to make sure that stayed secure. So inside I have a little booklet that just folds out, and you can add stories onto each one of these little panels, or pictures, or add die cuts, whatever you want. And then I added a little charm. And then I have the same thing on the back, and I just used a different frame, and then I used the same paper but folded it the different direction so you have the other color there. I have my journal card that I want to make sure that I use, so I just added that in. I created this pocket as well this year. It's a 3-pocket folder, so 1, 2, and then 1 in the back, if I can open it. And I like to use these to stick some hidden journaling in the back and just photos in the front. Sometimes I add die cuts, ribbon, charms, just whatever to make it fun. I did add this little ribbon here, so I can easily pick that up and just again adds more texture to the album. And I do have a video recorded of a tutorial of how to create these pocket pages. And I will have that video up soon. I just need to edit it. I have it recorded finally. This page is super fun. I actually have 2 of them, and it's just little spinning circles. So you can see when you lift it up, you're able to spin them around, and so you can put things on both sides. And when you get stuff on them, because I did the same idea in my December daily album, when you put stuff on them, it kind of makes them a little heavier and they spin around a little bit more when you lift up the page. So I have 2 of these back to back. So I thought it would be fun for like a story where I have lots of photos that I want to add. They can all just go on here, or I can split these up in the album and have, one in the front, one in the back, something like that. I just added another piece of acetate that I want to use. I added an envelope. So here I can just add journaling, photos. I can add something on the back. This is another journaling card that I want to use, and I can add in here a photo, another journaling card. I can fill this up with sequins. So lots of options there. I did this in my October daily foundation pages last year and didn't end up using it. Of course, I had to recreate it because I have a different size album, but it's just a sequin mix that I put into a laminating sheet and then laminated it, ran it through a few times on the laminator, and then I can use this as a background for, another pocket or pictures, another die cut, so lots of options for that one too. The next page is an idea that I stole from myself from my December daily album from last year. So if you want to see what this looks like finished, you can go in and see that album. But it's just pockets to hold stories. So I did 4 stories of Christmas, and so I think I want to do that the same here as 4 stories of Halloween. And so I created those little fold-out accordion story booklets again. Let me find that again here. So I created these. Of course, I'll make them different size, but they'll just stick in here and then pull out, and I'll have places to hold lots of stories and photos from Halloween. And then they're fun to add different embellishments on the pockets as well. So they're very fun. And then the last, I think, pre-made page that I have here is I used the leftover circles that I punched out from these pages, and I just glued them on here. I used the opposite side of the design that was used on that other page, and I just glued them onto some acetate, added some pumpkins, and then I also put some paper on there so I can use this to add photos or journaling card. I did leave it open as a pocket in case I want to add something in there as well, because you know me, I love my pockets. They're just so fun and versatile. And the last, I have a journal card that I want to make sure I use, and then I just have some extra pocket pages that I can use, sheet protectors, and just quickly grab them and put them in my album when I'm ready. So hopefully between this and this, I have enough places to hold my stories, and I'll be able to fit into this album. And then the very back is just, like I said, a laminated piece of that cardstock paper just to kind of finish the book out. So I'm very excited to get started on this project and looking forward to seeing everybody's October daily projects. Thanks for watching. Bye.